Welcome back to my channel, Reese TV. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. Like I said, it helps with the algorithm. Obviously, there ain't no Premier League games for a couple weeks because of the international break, but I thought, let me do some content on some of the news that's going around at the minute. Obviously, some news come around about Liverpool's big three, Alisson, Mo Salah and Trent, and that nothing has been reached yet in terms of negotiations, which is not surprising, first and foremost, because Edwards and Hughes, like I said, they weren't the ones in charge previously that allowed this to get put in this position. It's not on them. They've only just come in, so I still think it's going to take a good few months. Obviously, we should never have allowed it to get to this position where three of our big players are in the last year of their contracts, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm going to give you my thoughts and whether I think we're going to be able to keep all three of them. Please put in the comments if you think we'll be able to keep all of them. Obviously, we want to keep all of them, but we have to be realistic. At the end of the day, it's football, and everything happens for a reason. Me personally, I think we'll be able to keep two out of the three. Trent, like I said, for me is 100% essential because he's vice captain. He's a local boy, talented player, generational in terms of going forward, attacking. Like I said, don't clip me up. Defensively, he's okay. He's not the greatest. You can see that he doesn't really have it in him. The last few years, he don't really want to defend. So, but going forward, like I said, generational passing, crossing, shooting. I had on a stream the other day, and that I couldn't have put it better myself. I would say he's Kevin De Bruyne at right back. You know what you're gonna get from him is that he's a unique talent, but in terms of as a right back, he's more than replaceable. I think if we're looking at right backs, then Conor Bradley's more than capable. He's more of a traditional right back. But I think with Trent, like I said, you got to give him what he wants. There's rumours that behind the scenes that Liverpool offered him 250,000 and that he's rejected that. And then obviously something came out the other day that on Twitter that he wants 350,000. I said anyway that he needs to get at least 300,000. He's, like I said, the future of our team for me. Obviously, I still think we would be all right if we lost him, but it would be a waste. For me, he's a local boy. I don't think he really wants to go. I just think he's looking at the ambition of the club and he wants to see what FSG do. Even though they're great businessmen and they run the club well, that's where they've dropped the ball the whole time they've been at Liverpool. They lack ambition. Ambition is not great. Like, it's like very bad. It's like they live in an apartment and they've got the penthouse, but they're still acting like they live at the ground floor apartment instead of the penthouse. It's like weird thinking. It's like they don't want to dip into their pockets, penny pinching, but that's another saga altogether. But yeah, I think Trent will stay because you got a deep as well that even though we didn't sign no one in the summer, apart from Chiesa, we got rid of a few players that freed up wages. So I do believe Trent will sign an extension. Obviously, I'm not a mind reader, but I'm just going with my gut. It's touch and go right now. Like I said, until he actually signs, it's going to be nervy. People are going to be feeling all types of way, but we're not in control of it. All we can do is give our thoughts and views and opinions. And personally, like I said, Trent's my favourite player. But I do believe if we were to lose him, he is replaceable in terms of as a right back, but in terms of what he offers on the ball, passing, dribbling, shooting, going past players, assists. Like I said, De Bruyne at right back. Right. The next one I'm going to talk about is Van Dijk. For me, Van Dijk is the next one that I believe will stay. He is the captain. You've got to bear in mind that holds weight. Even though I know his age and how FSG operate in terms of age and whatnot, and say that, you know, when a player gets to a certain age, they want to let him go and stuff. He's the captain, and I do believe Slot, being Dutch as well, he's going to want to keep him. People got to remember, Slot's slightly different to Klopp. This is no shade on Klopp, by the way. He's just a bit more direct, whereas Klopp will kind of keep things behind the scenes. I think Slot's the type of guy, he's no nonsense. It's none of this sentimental stuff. He's about business, he's about winning. He's not moaned or anything about anything yet. He's there trying to prove himself. And that's why we started so well this season. He just seems he's about his business, but when push comes to shove, and if he's able to win a few more trophies, you will see him applying pressure on FSG. If FSG are not backing him, he's not gonna protect them in the press if press are coming at him. Why didn't we sign this one? Why didn't we sign that one? How comes we fell off such and such? Say we don't win, or challenge for future Premier Leagues or Champions Leagues or other domestic cups. But yeah, Virgil, like I said, he's another one that it goes under the radar. You get Saliba being compared to him constantly, and he's a phenomenal player, but he's not Virgil yet. He's got all the attributes to be Virgil, like athlete, gifted player, but he's not Virgil. A lot of the time, the bar that Virgil sets, people just think, oh, it's normal. So even how he started this season, phenomenal. And we're not in a position to lose him yet. Obviously, Kwanzaa just signed a new deal the other day. Great young talent. I'm happy he signed a new deal. Kanai is in the process of signing a new deal. Like I said, in defence, we're good. We need another centre-back, a left-sided centre-back. But we're not ready to lose Van Dijk, because Van Dijk's that commanding centre-back. He leads the back line. That presence, he's got that aura. Like I said, I would describe it in terms of cars like a Rolls Royce. You don't accelerate with someone like that. A lot of the time, you look at him, he don't look like he moves out of first gear. If you look at his jersey and everything, this bro is hardly sliding around because the positioning is phenomenal. Like Kanai is such a beast, but he's a young player as well. And Kwanzaa, another talented player, still got a lot to learn, but talented player. But if we were to lose Virgil, we would be in trouble right now. So I do believe Virgil and Trent would be the two that we keep. I do want to keep Salah as well, but if you look at the three, he's the one who looks like he's declining slightly in the last 2 years, last season and this season as well. He's been all right this season, still early, but he's still had games. He has games. He kind of has games every season, but yeah, he has games where you would not think he's on the pitch because he's so quiet, he's so ineffective, like greedy and whatnot. Phenomenal player. Can't speak more highly of him in terms of the amount of goals he's scored and what he's helped us win and stuff, and I would like to keep him. But the wages he's on, I don't see FSG or our transfer committee, Edwards and that, offer him the same amount. If he does stay, I don't think they'll offer him the type of contract he wants in terms of how long he may want to stay. He might want another 2 or 3 years on 350 with bonuses. I see it as if he does get offered a contract, it will be a year maybe with an extension, and the money will go down. I don't think he's willing to accept that. So I do think at the end of the season, that Salah, unfortunately, will probably go to Saudi. But I hope I'm proven wrong. But yeah, I do think if we had to prioritize, it's Trent and Virgil over Salah. I know people will say, oh, how are we going to replace Salah? But I've heard it all before. I've grew up. People have said, how are we going to replace Owen? How are we going to replace Fowler? How are we going to replace Suarez? How are we going to replace Torres? And we found a way. Football goes on. Like there'll be another superstar. There'll be another player. Will they be exactly the same type of players, Mohamed Salah, identical to replacing him? No, I don't think so. But we'll find someone to replace him. And out of the three, I think that's the position we can afford to lose. Like, out of Trent, Virgil, and Mo. Mo is probably the one we can afford to lose. But like I said, I don't want Mo to go. I want to be able to keep all of our players, but I just can't see us I can't see us keeping all three players. So it will be interesting. Obviously, on a side note, there's been news about Klopp taking up a new kind of role. Not really a proper coaching role, more like a kind of technical type role, like a footballing role. And obviously that looks like he's taken that up until he takes up the German role, because I know a lot of people thought what he said, that he's done with football, but I just believe he needed a break and he was kind of fed up with FSG, and he's took Liverpool as far as he could based on the budget he keeps getting each and every season. Obviously he needs a break, but if you look at him, since he's not managing us anymore, he looks like the weight of the world is no longer on his shoulders. He looks like he's glowing, he looks happy, he looks at peace. I couldn't be more happy and wish him all the best. Like I said, best manager I've seen for Liverpool in my lifetime, and obviously he's allowed me to see Liverpool win a Premier League, Champions League, the whole set, FA Cup, League Cup, World Club Championships. Obviously, I would have liked us to win a few more leagues, but that's not fully down to him. That's more down to FSG and not backing him. But yeah, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like I said, upcoming YouTuber, smash the like button. I will be doing more content. Have a good one, people.